Right, everyone, welcome to Saudi Arabia. What should be a very interesting race, with Lando Norris starting all the way down in P10. Tsunoda out qualifying Lando. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought that indeed? And is Max Verstappen going to hold on for the win? We will see. Why is my sound thing not working? There we go. It's a bit empty outside. It feels a bit different. So, am I on time? I think so. I think I'm on time. I think I haven't got the timings wrong. I don't know what's going on in WEC, by the way. Some things kicking off in the live chat. Welcome along. Welcome, Vlakachaya. How are you doing? Aaron as well. Natasha. Norris car replacements. Oh, you mean they've had to replace quite a lot on Lando's car after the shunt? I gave my thoughts on it yesterday. Unfortunately, I can't get the live like button to work. That's why I was just fiddling around with that before the stream. I can't seem to get it. Hopefully it's going to refresh. Try hitting that like button and just see if it refreshes. Go on, do something. Maybe I need to refresh the source or something. Hang on. Nope. But that's why we've split things. That's why we've split things here. We've gone for the old school on the subs front. Just let me do a couple of other things. Welcome JS, welcome Crazy Aid, Selva, Fred 536 in the house. Very nice. Go for it, Brywood. Ask the chat a question. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. So I'm hopefully going to be getting my other overlays up as well. That's just why you see this slightly unusual setup at the moment. Welcome, Paul Marinel. About PS4, go for it. Go for it, I say. Hopefully going to be a really, really fun race today with the DRS. DRS making a difference. It's still, I think, light in Saudi. I thought it was starting dark. Is it a day-night? Piastri looking so... Piastri world champion in waiting, surely. Or is Max Verstappen going to win this championship? You wouldn't have thought it from what happened at Bahrain. But can you really bet against Red Bull? How do you know if your PS4 hard drive is packing in? If it starts turning like a jet engine, it's really a good sign for the old PS4. Fred says, Lando have a good race, yes or no? Yeah, let us know. What position do you think Lando's going to get here? Is he going to be like another recovery drive for Lando? Yet again? Yet again, another recovery drive? What do we think? I'll try and get this. Try and get this thing working. Come on. Oh god, that's me. That's double me. We had it for a brief moment. For a brief moment. Welcome, Irish J94. Good to see you again. Charles says Verstappen not guaranteed a win. Yeah, but he wasn't guaranteed a win at the end of last season. He just pulled stuff out of the bag. That's just the Max Verstappen way. That one guy saying big crash. Hopefully there won't be. Fingers crossed. Black just sharing the links a bit late. How's day going? Not too bad. I've been coding all weekend. So I've been coding something. There's some stuff I want to see in the sim racing world that no one's doing. So I've just decided to build it myself. And it's very difficult. but hopefully going to share something later today. Some beta stuff. I was like, what do I think would be really helpful for sim racers? And I'm just going to make it. I'm not going to charge for it. I'm not going to try and plaster it with ads. I'm just going to make it. And if people like it, people like it. So we'll see. Phil saying Kimmy for the win. We'll see how Kimmy does. Yes, we will see. Irish doesn't have the slightest clue about coding. Well, I tell you, lots of stuff goes wrong. You have to be like, why is that not working? And you have to troubleshoot it, and you have to, oh, because I did this wrong function or something. Then you fix the function, something else gone wrong. You're like, oh, maybe the whole thing doesn't work. But then you fix that, and then miraculously the whole thing works. You're like, wow, it actually works. Like, everything is working. And then you realize, oh, there's another bug here, though. There's a lot of debugging, basically. Obviously, I'm using AI to help me debug. Welcome, Legend Zach. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. So, yeah, another shout out, by the way, for, well, Pierre Gasly in the Alpine getting into P9 and Carlos Sainz in P6. Carlos Sainz out-qualifying Lewis Hamilton. Irony won't be lost there for sure. I think sim racing should introduce karting tracks like Team Sport and Karts. What? But they do. They have sim centers. They're just not very good value for money. Like, no one's been able to make a sim center work. Because I don't know why. It's surely the concept is not that simple. Get a good deal on respectable but durable equipment, and just have people racing on it as much as possible. Like, don't charge people £30 a race in a sim center. Like, are you mad? Like, if you charge people £30 a race, they can just go home and just buy the previous year's F1 game. Like, it has to be like, I don't know, max. Oh, max, like 10. Oh, I don't know. Is it good like £5 a race? Just keep the rigs busy. Keep the rigs busy. And have people there who actually know what they're doing. Like, you got to have people who know, oh, okay, well, I'll just reset the direct drive or something. Race time is in 40 minutes or so. We're going to see cars going on track very soon. Cars will be out on track. Yeah, sim centers are just absolutely mad. It's just silly. It's silly how much they charge. And then they wonder why it doesn't work. The answer's simple. What I've realized is in this world, like, people do... Businesses are like really obsessed by trying to make a lot of money. That they'll rather try and make a lot of money and completely fail and pack it in than just make like a little bit of money but it's sustainable and people have a good time. It's like all or nothing. Like, if sim centers take off and people are happy paying £50 for a sim racing race on R Factor 1, then you got an incredibly profitable business and it's going to be worth like billions. But the reality is, like, no one wants to do that, so your business isn't worth anything and all closed down. That's my view on it anyway. Welcome, Mike from Mississippi on a Princess cruise ship. Out on a cruise ship, very nice. Where are you? Where's a cruise ship right now in the world? Could be anywhere. Lord Latifi Streams, don't know who that is. But I don't think that's something I'd get into, running a sim center. I mean, I would know how to do it, but... I mean, how hard could it be? How hard could it be to run a sim center? In like a shopping center. It'd be super exciting. You'd hear like Formula 1 cars. Kids be walking past, oh, I want to have a go. Queues are good in a way, because if there's queues, people are, oh, this is really good. Maybe do a race every hour. So every hour you're like, right guys, we're going to put one button, we put you all in a race for 10 minutes. Welcome, Scrap Iron. No F1 on TV. What? Is that in the Netherlands? Surely not. Where is that? Where's there no F1 on TV at all? I don't know if anyone saw my Lando Norris video last night on the Motorsport channel. Oh, we're going to do a premiere, by the way. After this, we will be premiering. What's your take on whether or not the issues for Ferrari stem from the driver's inability to extract performance? Well, I mean, Leclerc's been there such a long time now. He knows how the car works. So he is able to drag it out in quali. You know, he's on the front row, wasn't he, last time? But if I remember. But maybe he wasn't. But he does a better job in quali. They just seem to be out of ideas in the race, frankly. That seems to be the main thing. That's my opinion. Welcome, Marie Hudson. Let's hope for a great race. Yeah, hopefully a good race in Saudi. Hopefully going to be a fun one. Welcome along, everyone. So yeah, hopefully later today I'm going to be just publishing some beta stuff like in sim racing that I think will help people. You'll be able to see. But it's been a fun process doing it anyway. Do you think the quality of drivers will diminish with Audi and Cadillac on the paddock? Well, Audi is not really a new team per se. They're taking over a team. Cadillac, well, it depends who they get. I mean, you'd think they'll get at least one very experienced driver in there. Valtteri Bottas or someone. Surprised we're not hearing more about it, to be honest. I'd be more concerned that the car's going to be not very good. But who knows in 26? 26 is going to be new regs. Hopefully engines blowing up and everything like that. Carlos finishes over Lewis. I don't think that is such a wild shot. I think that could happen. I mean, if Lewis is not going to be comfortable with the car, it's really not that unlikely. To be honest, could happen. Seems like a lot of bad strategy calls from Ferrari. Yeah. In keeping. So cars are sort of going through the pit lane and don't know what people think of the Saudi circuit. It's like it's one way, a lot of it. I mean, it looks fun to drive, but it's a very unusual circuit, really. But I feel like politically they probably couldn't influence the design that much. It's like whatever the Saudi said went. It's my hunch. It's dictated a little bit by the geography as well. Like goes along the coast. But you feel the Saudis would be. Oh, they are building that ridiculous circuit. That all the drivers are like, oh, hashtag Qadiyah. It's going to be amazing. Susie, we're looking forward to the race. Very nice. I love Lewis, but he's getting old, and we just have to accept declining performance. People are saying that. People are saying age catches up. But what about Fernando Alonso? What about Alonso then? Kvyat? I don't think it'll be Kvyat. Maybe they'll. I mean, maybe they'll look at their WEC team. I don't know how the WEC race is finishing, but I mean, I don't see Cadillac running in WEC and IMSA and Formula One. Surely GM is not. I mean, it's such a drama to get Cadillac on the team, right? On the grid. Perez may go. Perez would be a great shout, I think. Probably has a lot to prove, and I think he's still got the quality. Hamilton has always been a poor qualifier compared to his teammates. His race pace hasn't declined in the slightest. Are you sure you feel comfortable saying his race pace hasn't declined? Drivers coming from IndyCar. What about someone like Callum Ilott, Jack Aitken, both been in the Formula One setups? Ilott with Ferrari, Aitken with Williams. Millisecond, hello from Australia. Go Oscar, we'll see. What time is it in Australia? What time in Australia are we talking? Hopefully when we get the the full setup on, it's going to look very nice. We will see. Yeah, any more thoughts about the race, let me know now. Albon in P11, Liam Lawson up in P12, out qualifying Hadjar. Redemption race for Lawson, getting in the points, rebuild his career maybe. Ocon all the way down in P19 after a great result in Bahrain. I'm starving, by the way. I haven't eaten anything today. I haven't eaten a single thing. Oh, man. I've just got a bottle of water. I don't know what diet this is or plan. Just water and nothing. $2:30 a.m. Okay, well, we'll keep things exciting for you. $2 a.m. in Australia. Marie, watching on the big telly with Mam Janet and the other half Melvin. Happy birthday to Melvin for tomorrow, for Easter Monday. So sometimes your birthday's on Easter, sometimes it isn't, I guess. I don't know what the ratio is. Right, let's do a nations check, everyone. Let's do a nations check. Let us know when and what you're watching from. To be honest, I'll have a burger afterwards. So Netherlands, Croatia, Turkey in the house as well. Who else have we got? Tacoma, Limassol, USA, Netherlands, Quebec, America. UK, England, America, England, Australia. Let us know, chat. Put in the chat where you're watching from. Let's see. Zimbabwe, UK. Keep them coming in. England as well. So what have I done with this like thing? How have I broken it? What have I done to break it? What if I emulate something? What have I done? Shame. We had it. We had it before. Must be my URL. My video URL is not what I think it is. But surely it is. Surely it is. Hang on. See, now I'm doing more coding. I'm like, what could it be? What could it be? And your video URL. Oh well. Can we get a timer too? Yeah, we will get a timer. I'm just waiting for other overlays to pop up as well. Somaliland in here. Costa del Crawley. Mauritius. Miami. Brazil. It's a Formula E calendar. We will be in Monaco in 2 weeks when the Miami GP will on. So we'll try and do a stream out there. But we will be in Monaco for the Formula E, hopefully. Yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna sort out the map. The map is gonna be sorted out. So the map will be sorted. We are just half an hour away. Hopefully, we will get some more information as well. Just checking. Stuttgart Mercedes to the win. I'm telling you by the badge. Mercedes, I think, are, if you look at the constructors' standings there, so obviously McLaren romping away with it, but then you've got Mercedes on 93 points, Red Bull on 71. Look at the Drivers' Championship. Like, you know, I've been praising Kimi Antonelli. Welcome, Neil Crave. I've been praising Kimi Antonelli, but actually, should we be a little harsh on Kimi Antonelli? Should we be saying, hang on, he needs to be much closer up there with George Russell? Because if he'd contributed as many points as George Russell, then, you know, they'd be much closer in constructors. Is that too harsh? Look at Ocon P9 in the championship as well. Albon P8. Alex Albon P8 in the championship. Lewis Hamilton in P7. Lewis Hamilton getting beaten by Kimi. Welcome, Captain Nashnator. The new Haas team principal. I don't know what that means. Kimetro, I hate the trap because only one crash in a narrow point can red flag the race. Yeah, I think here the principle must be, if there's a crash, you just red flag it, because there's no point risking it. Because the cars are going to hit the barrier, go from one side of the track to the other. I'm sure the drivers will have been told about that. That'd be sensible when there's a yellow flag out, or a double yellow. Chai, for being his first full season F1, he's doing a very good job compared to the newbies, so perhaps a little bit on the harsh side, maybe. Just remembered I meant to throw up the vertical stream. Let me try and do that. Sort out that timing as well. Let me try and sort this out. Cars are being wheeled onto the grid, by the way. Wheeled onto the grid right now. Essentially, it's happening. Irish Joe, not sure whether to order a Chinese or pizza if a hangover cure before the race. Chat, put Chinese or pizza in the chat. I'm going to go Chinese, but it depends on the order. It depends on the order, but I'm going to go Chinese. Right, let me try and get this working. Bear with me.
Keep your head down.
Bear with me a second. What we got? Pizza, no, it's not formation yet. Pizza, salami pizza, Chinese, it's pizza. Okay, so big votes there for pizza. Big votes for pizza there. Wow. Welcome, Kata Uji, welcome back. Long time man, Rory Thompson as well. Carl saying Chinese, Natasha Chinese. I think the thing is about, okay, in the context of, so Irish J is going to be here watching the race. It, you know, I think in the specific context of watching an F1 race, having a pizza because you have it there, you can have a couple of slices, then you're really engrossed in the stream because we're having a great time, and then you're like, oh, I've still got pizza, get another pizza slice, and then near the end of the race, oh, another one. It's just a gift that just keeps giving. So in that context, I would do that. And I doubt you're going to get something delivered before the start of the race. If you were going to get something delivered before the start of the race, and you want something per minute of eating, you want the most satisfaction, I would 100% go Chinese. But given we're in a race, I think I would go pizza for the sort of long burn. That's my thought. The Dutch word for Chinese is Chinese. Okay, you learn something new every day. Let me get the old vertical stream chat up as well, so we're covering all bases. Consider all bases covered. Lando gets out of the car. He's driven to the grid. Photographers. Is it Clive? Is it our friend Clive? No, it isn't. Someone with a camera right in his face. Literally, just imagine the camera just like, bosh. That's what this dude's doing. Getting the snaps. The paparazzi. I was talking with someone last night, and we were talking about football, and we said, "Oh, like when this football happened this week in the Champions League, the amount of passion in the fans is just absolutely crazy. Like in the stadium when Arsenal did those free kicks, it was absolutely insane. And we're saying the only time in Formula One it's sort of peaked there, I would say, is Abu Dhabi 2021. Otherwise, I don't think we've reached that intensity of kind of partisan support. But Formula One's a completely different sport. But I wonder if Formula One look at that, like a lot of American sports look at football, and they really like the passion of the fans, and that's what they want. And therefore, you think, okay, 2021 is a moment they had that. Will they try and manufacture something like that again? Something I was chatting about yesterday. Irish says pizza it is. Crazy had a big barbecue a couple of hours ago. Lamb and pork, very nice. Neil says you are the king of pizza. I'm the king of pizza. All father, where I live in the US, there is actually a place nearby that makes Chinese fusion pizzas. Crab Rangoon pizza. Let's get them involved in the stream. I think I spotted Usher here. Usher on the grid. But Usher's bodyguard is having none of it. It's obviously all staged just for the gram. They told Usher's bodyguard, look, some guy's going to come up to you. Just like don't let him talk to Usher. Don't worry about it. It's just, and then it's going to be a short on YouTube for Sky Sports. Dramatic Martin Brundle, whatever. You know how it works. You know the formula. Natasha says depends on what you're getting from the Chinese. Carl, I agree with your rationale. Both meals have great preservatives to stay fresh for a 2-hour race. Flavio Briatore on the grid. Old Flavio. Tried having a cheese and ham sandwich. Is Cadillac guaranteed in 26? Yeah, but I'm surprised we're not hearing more about it. Is there like a reporting ban on it or something? I mean, are Cadillac going to be terrible in 26? Isn't that the default position? Isn't that the default? I don't know. Busy grid here in Saudi. Obviously, lots of sponsors, lots of people heading over to Saudi. For this circuit. I can't remember if the Formula E is also at this circuit now. I think they might have done it, but they added chicanes, didn't they? Love a good chicane to Formula E. Never short of chicanes. When does it start? We're just 20 minutes away now. Just 20 minutes away from the start of the GP. Hannah says chocolate and colouring. You colouring? Do you draw illustrations of... Well, you'd be drawing illustrations of this stream. Can you draw an illustration of this stream? And we can print it and we can put it here, and it'll be like one of those mirrors. All Father Oda says Cadillac is going to have Colton Herta and Sergio Perez as drivers. Okay, going quite North American then. Going quite North American seems to be the stance. Wow. They are venting a serious amount of liquid nitrogen into the Mercedes. Temperature they are worried about. That turned into Yoda there. Captain, what's everyone's favourite chicane? Gotta be the chicane at the exit of Monaco. Of the tunnel. That's a great chicane. Circuit de Montreal is basically just great chicanes. Like, they're all fantastic chicanes. RIP the second chicane at Australia, which has been killed. Formula 1 killed it. What are the great chicanes, chat? What are the great chicanes in World Motorsport? Ascari. Ascari is a great chicane. It is such a good chicane. Like, it's very challenging. The thing about a good chicane is it shouldn't just be to slow you down. It should be to where you have to manage the weight transfer from going, say, to the left to the right very quickly. It's like dang. Like, so obviously the Monaco swimming pool chicane That's for me. That's what makes a good chicane. Don't know what you think, chat. Scrap Iron second to Scary. Dragon Trail Seaside. Death Chicane, obviously. Death Chicane is one of the all-time. Need to make that in real life. Saudi should do that. They got the funds. Do you think there's anything Adrian Newey could do to drag the Aston? Well, they've offered Max Verstappen 300 million euros to join. So that's one way of doing it. Yes, that's a third of $1 billion. That's a third of $1 billion euros to get Max Verstappen to join. Welcome Yield 2D. Lance Stroll, best mobile chicane. Can't beat a good portable chicane there. Fortunately, I don't think I'm going to get this this widget, my widget here to work, which is such a shame. I feel like I need a way to... You know what? I'll just activate the simulation. I'll just activate the simulation so it will just simulate stuff. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to... Thank you for the review of the Porsche wheel. Oh, very nice. Let us know your thoughts on it. We'll make a video with your thoughts. Hoping to do some more driving on it tomorrow. I had a choice this weekend of to do a lot of driving or to build some stuff, and decided to build. So I need to finish off the building until it's fully built. You don't have anything to show for it. Right, let's try and get these other overlays up. Bear with me. Right. Okay, let's see if I can get this working, everyone. There's obviously no guarantees. Bear with me. Let's see what we got. Are we ready? Bosh. Did we get there? Oh, that's so satisfying. Bear with me. Just bear with me, because I need to do this funky stuff. What was down here? Oh, did it go all the way? Or did we stack something else down there? I can't remember if we stacked... I thought we'd stack something else down there, but I might be wrong. Probably wrong. Okay, now I just need to do this. Ah! What do we think of this? What do we think of this layout? What do we think of this layout? Surely this is a very nice layout. Cool, very good. We worked on this post-stream. We had some dedicated people who were helping us post-stream last time, and we were able to get this up and running, which is very exciting. Put that back up. Not sure how that's changed. No worries, it's a manual one. Oh yes, look at this now. Look at this. Tell you what. Why not do that? Because of the way the circuit is. Wonder what Usher's up to here. Bosh. Tell you what, I'm gonna. Oh. Now that might be against the rules, but I tell you what, I'm gonna do it. What do we think about that? Do we like that, or do we want to keep it more the angle? No, that might be against the rules. Whatever the rules are. There we go. And what's this little bit sticking out here? What is that? What? Why is there a black box here? Okay, I'm gonna have to let it go. I'm gonna have to let it go. If I try and go after that, it'll just drive me insane. No, I'm gonna find it. What is that? What could it be? What could you be? Nope. Ah, I see. Oh, fuck. We finally have the perfect setup. Tell me, if people have been watching this channel for years, tell me that, I mean, just ignore the like thing's not working. But hopefully it actually encourages people just to smash the like button. But tell me, yeah, that's the ticket. Don't touch it. Don't touch anything. Just keep this PC running now. Have a dedicated PC that just runs all season and isn't touched. Honestly, if I didn't touch it, it would just be like this. Ready for another crazy race with 3 safety cars? Well, we'll see what happens. We will see. Maybe keep the orientation scrolls down a bit. I think we're okay now. I've just tweaked the orientation very, very slightly that you won't even notice, probably. Give yourself a pat on the back. Ugh. Okay. And people in the vertical chat as well. Welcome in the vertical land. It's also looking pretty good in vertical land for the people there watching. And we're just right. Legend says if we don't get to 200 likes for the start, I turn the stream. Yeah, that's always the case. We always have to get to 200. It's got a real party vibe on the circuit. Fireworks going off, I think, interestingly. Yeah, firework, or was it drone? Oh, it's a drone show. It's one of these drone shows that surely, at some point, one of these drones is going to fall out of the air and hit someone. Like, I'm not being funny, but surely that's going to happen. Welcome, Rowan, as well. Okay, we're ready, everyone. We're all ready for the race now. We're ready for Saudi. Risk of rain, 0%. That has been the consequence of having more races in the Middle East. Is you do have less rain races. Max Verstappen starting on pole position here. In a track they say is difficult to overtake, although we do have the DRS. Yeah, that light thing is not accurate. I just turned on a animation because it wasn't syncing properly. But Marie makes 0 difference to me as I can't read the screen anyway. Cataract in one eye, other is dodgy. Okay, so you're just here for the commentary, just here for the. I love it. That's just for the purest experience. Jerome says, go Max. Captain, how does this track looks like it's not fun to navigate? I think it is a fun track to drive. It's technical, 100%, but you can't overtake in those twisty bits, really. Oh, there are fireworks going off now, so I wonder if there's going to be a lot of smoke coming down from those fireworks. The drones are drawing Formula 1 cars in the sky. I think they've done it over the sea. Welcome, Salty. Emmanuel McPhee just found your stream. Shout out from North Hollywood. Let us know how things are in North Hollywood. Welcome, Sandwich, as well. Kaylee likes the drones. Just F1 thinks Russell will win. Well, we will see. We're going to find out very shortly. Just 9 minutes to go, basically, till the start of the GP in Saudi Arabia. Before we... I guess the next race is going to be Miami in 2 weeks. So we go to Miami. From Saudi to... Oh, I'm watching adverts for food and I'm just so hungry. Oh, my days. I'm going to eat after this. Is it unhealthy to eat just one big thing a day? Like, does it make a difference? Well, I'm going to turn off the testing thing. Unfortunately, I just cannot get it to sync, and I don't know why. I don't know why I can't get it to synchronize, but it is what it is. I'll try one more time. Maybe it'll work on the vertical stream. Let me see. No. It's not the vertical stream. That won't work. Because I had to do some funny stuff behind the scenes, didn't I? Let's see. No chance. We might need to hide it, chat. We might need to hide it. Oh, you know what I can do? This is my problem-solving mindset. Have a look at this. I know we said don't touch anything, but trust me. Trust me on this one. This is my problem-solving mindset. Damn it. How about that for a problem-solving mindset? Press the like button, yes, obviously. That's a no-brainer. We should all be doing that at all times. But also while you're there, hit the subscribe button. And don't tell me I can group these. Don't tell me I can group the... Oh my days. Wow. Holy moly. See? I'm a coder now. This channel is just... There's going to be the pre-coding years and then the post-coding years. Post-code years. Anthony and PT, not sure about that. What's happening in the football? Don't know. There'll be football next week and the week after. For the rest of our lives, balls will be kicked into goals. Or not kicked into goals, in which case there'll be 0-0 draws. Maybe need some race car sounds in the background. You do have race car sounds in the background, don't you? Can you not hear the race car sounds? Hang on. Hang on. You can't hear that? Surely you can hear no sounds. We've always had sounds. Since day one. That's been our thing. Now you can. Okay. Is that a better balance then? Ah, okay. The soothing sounds of Formula 1. Does anyone watch Formula 1 and fall asleep? Okay, there we go. Good feedback. Not unhealthy, Chaya says. Some people do it. Just make sure you drink plenty. Okay, just 5 minutes to go. Liquid nitrogen just being passed around the place. Like cooling crack or something. Max Verstappen's just taken a bag in his cockpit. Shifty eyes. Ari says many times, welcome back, Ari. Welcome, Maxi, as well. You thought we knew a beehive. Ah, was it very faint? Just diffusers going off. Hannah McGarry did a small drawing, basic, easy the stream setup. Put it in the Discord, Hannah. It's www.simracingdiscord.com. God, I have too many websites, and I'm just building another one. At some point, there needs to be the website of Singularity for our channel. Or they all kind of link into each other. That's actually the smart move. That's the smart move. A few more hours today. A few more hours and I'll be ready. Motorsport Magpie has landed here. Welcome to the Motorsport Magpie. Are we ready, everyone, for Saudi, where they're using very soft tyres, apparently? There was feedback from Bahrain that the tyres were too hard. I think it was Japan where there wasn't much to do with the tyres. Change sounds from V6 to V10. Well, just press a button and put it back to V10. Those would be the days. Yeah, so the tyres are on the softer end of the softness race, whatever it is, softometer. The Wet Oliver says, go Max. John, for yeah, is for our Ferrari winning WEC? Which car is it? I just feel like with WEC, right? And I love WEC, and I've been down with WEC, and they were really nice and gave me a lot of access, so I really like WEC. I just feel like it's kind of capped, like how much people are going to care about it. And I feel like Formula 1 is kind of uncapped. Because WEC is much more about the cars, I would say. Yes, we all know there's iconic drivers there, but it's much more about the cars. But I think people care about people. And Formula 1 saw that with MotoGP, where, you know, everyone loves the riders and always has loved the riders. And I think they identified this opportunity where Formula 1 was still traditional in the sense of, you know, people were McLaren fans or Ferrari fans, like in other series, and they've made it now all about the drivers. Welcome, Zante. Schuevets. Those are my thoughts. What do people think here into WEC and F1? Do you agree with that or disagree? I'm going to be seeing a GT team next week, actually. Semis will be there. Top 10. Here we go. Tyres coming in. So Lando Norris starting on the hard tyre. Lando Norris starting on the hard tyre, everyone. Lando on the hard. Welcome Snowline as well, looking good with the 6-month membership badge. Yeah, Hulkenberg on hards, Stroll on scrubbed hards, and Isaac Hadger on hards as well. Half Gazo agrees with your assessment. Kimmy P1 says CJ Yang. Chat, we're just 1 minute away from the start. I just please, if you're excited for the race, you've got a minute. Please share the stream now. We're right in chat. Please share the stream like Black has done. Hit the share button underneath. Create a post. You can share it on Twitter, Facebook, Insta. I'm on all of those platforms. Let's have a really great stream today, as Verstappen is starting on pole, and we've got a really nice layout, like the best layout we've ever had. So I think it's time to tell the world about it. Let's smash it today with the sharing and the likes and that such. Welcome, Troy. Best live quali commentary. Well, I wasn't here for quali because I was coding, but we're here for the race. Nuno says he's going long on first stint. Yeah, but he's going to be vulnerable for safety car. Octav says Lando is done mentally. Well, I'm not sure about that. We'll see. Jerome's ready. Podcast hoping for a good result for Ferrari. We will see. As the Rolex strikes 8 o'clock local time. Not very precisely. That's exactly why I don't buy Rolexes. That's why I buy Casio watches. I like to have precision. Santo Lesco Antonelli. Rory likes Formula 1 E1. Do you mean FE? WC, NASCAR, and Indy, IMSA and Indy equally. Hannah hoping Lando goes well. Right, the cars, as you can see, are on the formation lap. The mechanic is scampering off the grid. Chat, let's do a nations check. Let's see where in the world we're watching from today. It could be a great race. We always have that optimism at the beginning. Maybe I didn't for Japan, per se. Because Japan, I actually thought Piastri was going to run away. But let's see what happens here. Let us know your nation in the chat. Vlaka, Croatia, Fafad, Netherlands, Jerome, Netherlands, Dante, Belgium, Montav, Berlin, Captain, USA, Chai from Netherlands, Chris Moyles from Sweden, Hannah just says A, Dominic, Philippines, Rosalind West from Ireland, Queen from the North Korea, Brian, USA, Catty, Netherlands, Angelica Oosthuizen from Durban, Crazy Aid, English, India, GT Ari, Finland, Nevin from England, DeWet from South Africa, Rod, Texas, Kim, South Africa, Podcast, South Africa, London, Lewis from Baker Street, Halfgazer, Canada, Dragos, Moldova, Rowan, South Africa, Sharos, India, Motorsport saying, why is nobody going for softs? Good point, maybe because it's too soft. Snowline, Canada, Playchimp, US, NS from the Azores, AO from Atlanta, Temple Raider from Croydon, Sergio, North Korea, some big North Korea contingent today. Giants back as well. San Diego from Eben, Frederick, Sweden, Desi, Toronto, Rory, Cape Town, Ricky, Singapore, Tammy, South Africa. I think South Africa win the nations check. Philip coming in as well, and Tammy, and Sean Smarts. I think South Africa are dominating the nations check. So if you are South African, after this race, do go check out my interview on the Gran Turismo scandal where we did it with a South African, so you'll feel at home. And we are going to do a premiere after this race with Zane Maloney. So Zane Maloney, who was leading F2 last season and is now driving for Lola Yamaha Apt in Formula E. We are going to do a premiere. Welcome, Jeff. 12-hour Nürburgring stream. Right. So the cars are pulling up. The standings are going to go before me, but I'm going to call it as I see it. Yeah, global chat in the house. Global chat. The standings are going to go before me, but I'm going to call it as I see it. Where is Usher? They should do a celebrity who walks behind and does the green flag. I'm going to call it as I see it, and then I'll catch up. Because as I see it, I'm still live pictures. What's going to happen here for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix? The Aston Martin safety car pulls in behind the medical car as I see it. Is everyone going to get through turn 1 safely? Green flag is waved. So 1 red light, 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and we are away at Saudi. And Max Verstappen has to chop across. It's a great start from Piastri. Piastri's going to be in the lead here unless Verstappen cuts the chicane, which he does. I thought that might happen. Lots more cutting of the chicane behind. And there, oh, is it damaged? No, it isn't damaged. I think the Mercedes is okay, but did cut the chicane. So Verstappen may have to give that back. Because Verstappen cut the chicane when... Oh, contact! Oh, no, it's Tsunoda. It's Tsunoda, and surely it's Gasly. Tsunoda looks like he's taken him out. What is going on in that second Red Bull seat? Honestly, that's a yellow flag, but that will be probably a red flag. A red flag or a safety car with that Alpine in the barriers. Maybe a safety car. I'm surprised they haven't thrown it yet. It's still a yellow. It's inevitably going to need to be a safety car. There's no way they're going to recover that under a single yellow. Yeah, safety car is out, but it's taken them a very long time, way too long, to throw that safety car, in my opinion, because everyone's racing in the other sectors, and it shouldn't be like that. They should throw the safety car and neutralise the race. You know, there's been an accident. Let's just calm it down. We're going to be under safety car for quite a few laps here as they recover that Alpine. What are you hoping that the Alpine's going to like biodegrade or something? Or it's going to magically levitate off the track? Just throw the damn safety car. Like, guys, come on. So what happened with... Now, it might have been the Alpine was trying to go around the outside of Tsunoda. Confirming it is Gasly, by the way. Confirming it is Gasly. Welcome, Size X. Yeah, by the way, I think Verstappen should give that position back. I mean, Verstappen is a very wily driver, and he will say, "Oh, I wasn't given the space," but I just knew coming into turn one, Verstappen's going to cut across here. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, Gasly's out of this. Yeah, Yuki might be okay, but he might need to come into the pits, but it's safety car anyway. Yeah, Piastri saying he needs to give that back. I was ahead. I think if you're the Formula One marketing people, oh my god, are people putting hards on already? So are people doing the one-stop strat? I tell you what, people are putting hards on, you can see. If the hards go to the end, we need to have a big chat about tyres in Formula One. Like, I feel like we're getting to the stage now where we know it's not possible to design a tyre that's going to perfectly degrade at the right amount and make things interesting. You're going to have to cap the amount of time you can spend on each tyre. Like, we should just have a cap on tyre laps. Because if people go to the end here, it's going to make a mockery of it. They were already doing something artificial in Monaco where they're saying, oh, it's going to be a two-stop artificially. But I think just cap the amount you can spend on every tyre, and it will make it exciting if you know that someone's going to go for, you know, they've got a 10 lap on the softs, they're really going to use it. I don't know what you think about that, chat. It was a great start from Piastri, by the way. Welcome, Emma, for joining. Yeah, look at a lot of the field going on to hards. So obviously, you know, Lando now, compared to someone like Lance, no, not Stroll, compared to Hulkenberg, you know, Hulkenberg can potentially go to the end, or maybe it's a bit of a Hail Mary. I think for Ocon, because Ocon and the Haas have shown good pace, or I think that's Tsunoda's fault. I think Tsunoda didn't slow down enough, and therefore he effectively understeered into Gasly. I think it's Tsunoda's fault there. Yeah, Tsunoda did get going again. He did hit the barrier, so I'd be surprised if that rear wing is intact. I'd be very impressed if that rear wing is intact. No, Tsunoda's retired. Tsunoda's retired. I think that rear wing is probably taking too much damage. That said, hang on, I want to revisit the starting lap incident with Verstappen and Piastri. That said, I'm not sure that Piastri gave the space. I think Verstappen was still entitled to more space because they were still side by side. Welcome, Kip. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 199. Appreciate it. The alert popping off. Thanks so much, Kip. Chat, please can we get our claps out there for KCR Kip? With the 199 donation, our livery maker Supreme. When you see the liveries that I'm driving in, it's often KCR Kip who's designed them. Please get your claps out, everyone. Let's celebrate KCR Kip and that donation. There we go, Black coming in. Hope you're well and looking forward to the race. Oh, welcome Yolanda Vestig as well. Yeah, it doesn't really matter who was ahead. I think I'm just having a look at Gasly Tsunoda actually. Gasly Tsunoda side by side on the entry. Yeah, that's completely Tsunoda's fault. Tsunoda actually needs to give that one up. If I'm Gasly, I'm fuming. Now with Verstappen... Oh, Troy, thanks for the gifted! Let me just check Verstappen and Piastri. To be fair, Verstappen has nowhere to go. If Verstappen turns in, he hits Piastri. He's under investigation. Thanks so much, Troy, with the gifted membership going to Captain Howdy. Chat, please get your claps out again for Troy there and KCR Kip. I'm going to give it the yes emoji. Gonna give it the yes emoji. There we go. Thank you so much, Troy, for the gifted passing it forward. Such generosity on the stream already. I really appreciate it. Please put your... Just spam the chat with claps. It's permitted. Goonie, you think Max was making that corner? I think he should have backed out. I don't think he can back out at that stage. Right, safety car is ending here. I don't think they're going to ask for a swap. I don't think they're going to ask for a swap there. So, safety car ending. Piastri, he was never going to make that corner, regardless of whether I was there or not. Yeah, but that's Verstappen being wily with the rules. You know, we saw this in Abu Dhabi 2021. Do we remember? We saw it there. So, I don't think... My prediction is Verstappen won't give it back. And I think Verstappen wants to hold out as long as possible here and try and win this GP. So, I will call it again how I see it. So there'll be a little bit of a delay. Podcast says clap if you're from South Africa. Angelica's clapped. Yeah, they were side by side. They were side by side. 5-second time penalty for Verstappen. Oh my god. Ooh, McLaren Assistance Agency has come in here. That surely shouldn't be a 5-second for Verstappen. Surely, surely, surely. What's he meant to do there on the start? He's side by side. No racing driver is going to back out there because everyone in the left-hand side train is going to... You're going to cause more problems. It's unsafe. It's literally unsafe to back out there. You know, Piastri doesn't have anyone to his left. Piastri can give more space there. Verstappen, if he slows down, he may cause a massive accident. Or he can take to the escape road. I don't agree with that one. I don't agree with it. At first glance, I was like, oh, Verstappen's done the wily thing and he should be penalised. But at second glance, I'm like, actually, Piastri's giving him no space there and they are side by side. I don't think that should be a penalty. I really don't think it should be a penalty. From my racing experience as well, like, I would be absolutely fuming if I'd been giving a penalty for that. I would be absolutely fuming in the helmet. 100%. Chat, what do you think if the cars are side by side, P1 and 2 going into turn 1, and the car on the outside doesn't have the space, but maybe he's like, you know, half a metre... They're not nose to nose, maybe you're kind of half a metre back. Snowline, I can't with the idiots who hand out the penalties and F over my driver. V-Nex saying he'll still win. Nevan, don't worry, Max be fuming. Well, Max is trying to run away now and has a second lap advantage, trying to get out of the DRS. Welcome, Johnny Boy and Samuel. By the way, if you're enjoying this stream, please do hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 112,000 subscribers before the first real set of pit stops. Come on, chat, if you're enjoying it. Over 1,000 people watching. And Sonoda strolling around in the paddock with his media lady. Welcome, Marine. Happy Easter from South Africa. TCR used to do 7 penalties. Yeah, Max has got a 5-second penalty. It'll be a stop go. It'll be a stop. It'll take it at the pit stop. You know, similar to how Norris did his in Bahrain. Yolanda confirming it. Chat, I want to know what you think. Desi, I'm a Piastri fan, but as someone who runs IRL racing, that is the worst penalty ever. Verstappen swearing on the radio, that's lovely. Chat, I honestly think that is a terrible penalty. I think that is an atrocious penalty. I don't know how any racing driver can give that as a penalty. I really don't know. When you're starting on pole, you're basically neck and neck. The guy on the inside has given, you know, has the option of giving you space. There's nowhere to go other than you can't slam on the brake. If you hit the brakes at that stage anyway, you're going to understeer. Like, and then I think you should have the opportunity to give the place back. I think they say, Max, you know, give that place back. But to get a 5-second, I don't think. That's not true, Brem. If they're side by side, the inside cars are that's not true. If that was true, you'd only see about 3 cars finish every race. You are you know, in racing, you're entitled to space on the outside. It's like in rugby, you can't just smash someone in the head. You've got to tackle them, you know, below the shoulders or whatever. So you have to give space on the outside. Those are the rules of the sport. It's like in boxing, you can't just kick someone. Like, you still have to punch them. These are some of the rules that we have. Scrap Irons watched it 10 times and can't tell how it's a penalty. Yeah, if I were Red Bull, I would be saying, well, you know, you can't appeal these. Just ridiculous, man. Snowline saying F1 is so crooked. Declan, hello from Ireland in the vertical chat. Jared saying, bro, that wasn't a penalty. Guna, I agree, should have been told to give up the place for giving a pen. Kim, Gazzy Crash, Kim, you might be a little bit delayed, my friend. You might want to hit the live button. Nicholas, it maybe got second place. Yeah, if you're giving it back, it presumably would have been fine. Snowline saying those life losers will do anything to throw races. Professor of Logic saying he should have given the place. And Neil Karma for grassing up Norris last week. Maybe it was Norris behind on the radio. Matt, cut the corner there, sir. The Motorsport Magpie coming in here. Matt's got a penalty because he rolled off the brake and could not make the corner whether there was a car or not. So that is a telemetry thing, but I don't think they have access to that kind of telemetry. But if it's the case that Max was never going to make the corner anyway, which is what Piastri said, then there's a different angle to it. But that reminds me of Abu Dhabi 2021. Brem says you have to give space, but if you're on the inside, the corner is yours. If you're side by side, no, that's just physics. Like, physics dictate, if I'm on the inside, I can just roll off the brakes and I can squeeze the other guy off the track. And that would basically that would make it very difficult for cars to overtake, which is what we don't want. So I wonder if it would have been more fair if Piastri was also given a 5-second penalty. He was in the wrong as well. Well, Piastri will say, why should I have to give space to a car that's approaching the corner at such velocity that it's not going to make the corner? That's just irrelevant. Otherwise, you could game that and just bomb the first corner at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Yeah, Verstappen's been swearing on the radio, so he'll be getting a fine as well. Professor saying Max never had any intention of making the corner. And so it was. That's so unfair for Max. Piastri was just blocking the corner, leaving no space, and then Max gets the pen. It is a controversial one. FIA, what are they doing? What are the lads doing? Is it MBS involved? Remember Alonso got a penalty at Saudi a few years ago, and apparently MBS was involved in waiving the penalty or something. Didn't like the result. Anyone remember that? Yeah, FIA are going to use the fine money to take McLaren out for dinner. Yeah, Lando up into P7. He's past the Williams there. And Ferrari confirmed as winners in WEC. Which car was it? Which car? Well, we are where we are with the race. So, it is a penalty for Verstappen. And the interesting thing is, he is 3.4 ahead of Russell. So he is trying to stretch this. And I just wonder if... I just feel like... And now I'm going to bring other stuff into it, which you shouldn't. But I just feel like, from this pace, Max has a chance of winning this Grand Prix in what people acknowledge is not the fastest car. And I feel like that chance has been ripped away. And I feel like it was marginal. The other thing is you're meant to have more leniency in the first corner. That's a fact. The other thing is there's so much going on behind, people not giving space, people getting squeezed out. You know, there will have been loads of those incidents in the first lap by loads of cars. Surely. I can't believe I'm defending Christian Horner and Red Bull here. Professor saying he won't be able to outrun Piastri. Yeah, Ricky says there was a safety car, so he wasn't able to give the position back. Or maybe it would have been easier. They could have said, look, under safety car, Max, give the position back, or we're going to give you a 5-second penalty. Snowline finished with the Papaya Boys. Welcome, Alex Monster. It is live, so you can get the live here. Sidex, fair is fair. No worries, Giant. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Is Hamilton catching Antonelli? Oh my goodness, look at that. Antonelli, Hamilton, Norris. 3 generations there. 3 generations right there. Welcome, Martin Hampson. Antonelli with a lap time deleted must have cut the chicane. Pierre Gasly is also prowling around the paddock. And almost up to 4 seconds now between Verstappen and Russell. Almost up to 4 seconds. Oh, you want to watch it on Channel 4? Okay, okay. We'll let us know in the comments after what you thought about that. If you lift up the brake to make it look like side by side, yeah, I agree. I agree. But do they have access to that telemetry and make the decision so quickly? Gonna have another look at it. Verstappen really tries to squeeze Piastri in the wall. Now, you know what? I disagree. As a racing driver myself, I think Verstappen's making that. I think Verstappen could make that corner. However, I think Verstappen knows Piastri's not going to give me the space. I'm going to cut the corner. I really think it's not half a dozen to one, 6 to the other. I think it's like, I think Verstappen's like maybe 60% at fault and Piastri's 40%, but I don't think Piastri's blameless here. Like, maybe Piastri's played some 8D chess on Verstappen. It's not like Verstappen just drove through the chicane without doing anything. Sammy says, come on guys, that Red Bull is fastest, otherwise no ways on pole. That's not how it works, actually. I think he should let Piastri by retaking the DRS. He couldn't because there was a yellow flag. There was a yellow flag and safety car immediately, and that would need to be very quick thinking by Red Bull, and in a way I'm a little bit surprised they didn't do this. But they would need to be super quick thinking to be like, give it back now, we think, you have to, you know, but I don't think it was clear cut. Lord Nuno said he gained an advantage off the track. Chai, I would say you're correct, it's very close. To me, it's both at pole, but they have to pick one. Oh, the 51. AF Corsa one, very nice. Come on, I need to bring WT to Silverstone. I'll be there. We'll live stream that in the grandstands. Because I'll have mobile data. Albon just been told, think about your gap to the car ahead with any overheating. Guys, do not see there's a car right behind me as well. Albon's having another strop on the radio. Albon's having a little cry on the radio there. Kinky says Verstappen is just the #1 driver right now. If he's in the McLaren, you'd be looking at the days of Schumacher. Martin, if Verstappen, yeah, he didn't squeeze Piastri fully in the wall, but he really came across. Jen, your views where Max can finish here? Well, he's trying to stretch this gap. So at the moment, if Red Bull do a sleek pit stop, Verstappen would still, even with the penalty, come out ahead of Leclerc. But it's all about track position here. It's basically Monaco. And all Piastri needs to do is stick with Verstappen. Like, I think they've destroyed this race a little bit as well. Not that should come into it, but that is behind the thinking of why you have a bit more leniency in turn 1. Because as soon as Verstappen boxes, Piastri will box the next lap. This is how Piastri wins this race. Verstappen boxes, Piastri boxes the next lap, Piastri wins. Like, you could say Piastri would undercut anyway, or overcut or something, but... Desi, he did gain an advantage. However, in the driver's briefing, it was stated, if needed, you could use T1, T2. Is that confirmed? Is that us coming in from Desi that apparently in the driver's briefing, Verstappen was told, hey, use the runoff if you need to avoid contact. We don't want cars coming together like Snowder and Gasly. Professor Hadjar is pressuring Albon into Sainz. It's a highly awkward situation. The yellow flag wasn't immediate. The yellow flag was pretty immediate. It was a safety car that wasn't immediate. And also, you can't make a decision there and voluntarily give it back. You look like absolute idiots if you gave that back there voluntarily that quickly. So whilst turn 1 is turn 1, does the race director not know how this works? I'm hearing that it's a special guest race director this weekend, and it is Michael Massey. Thammy thinks more red flags are coming. Welcome, Neil. Welcome, Neil Stewart. A first-line listener, Finn. Is it Finn or Neil? Lando trying to get into Hamilton. Lots of lap times being deleted here. And, well, Verstappen almost 5 seconds ahead. Hamilton get back on Lando. Maybe they swap positions a little bit. Hamilton overtook Lando coming into turn 1. So Hamilton and Lando swapping positions. So look at that gap to Russell, everyone. That's the gap. It's Neil Finn. Okay. Is Finn using his dad's account? Does Finn's dad know about this? Finn, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to your dad's account. Welcome, Captain. Oh, Captain Howdy. I thought you knew, but you got the new gifted membership badge. Feel free to use the emojis. Looks like Lando and Hamilton basically side by side. Yeah, Lando probably into the hairpin, I suspect. Lando ahead of Hamilton, but will Hamilton get back with the DRS? It's going to be very interesting if so. Go on, Hamilton. Yes, he does. Love a bit of scrapping here. Hamilton and Lando. This is going to be really frustrating, Lando. Another test for Mr. Norris. Ferrari has to drive the wheels off the car to keep midfield positions. Look at the Williams there lurking. And Fernando Alonso in P11. So Alfonso coming up strong. And yeah, Hamilton just stayed in the slipstream and went round the outside of Lando Norris into turn 1. Big overspeed there on the straight. And Verstappen gapping Piastri. I mean, we don't know. Piastri might be being told, look, don't go after Verstappen here. Verstappen's on a bit of a mad one. Just keep your tyres cool. VNext sponsor looking at F1 and thinking, do we really want to be part of this shield show? Bring the sponsors here. Who are these sponsors? Rolex? Rolex. How nice would a nice Rolex just would look right, wouldn't it? There's a big move by Norris into the hairpin. Kinky, it's a shame F1 has turned to this. Are Williams now officially best of the rest? I think it's very track dependent. For the pen to be rescinded, we need a red flag. Can it be appealed under red flag conditions? Shame Sonoda can't drive into the barrier then. Piastri been told not to overtake. Yeah, Piastri's got this in the bag, everyone. Piastri's walking home from the shops with this one literally in the bag. Play the game, he's told. Well, Piastri's gone to Greg's. He's got the sausage roll. It's hot. It's one of the really hot ones. You know when you go to Greg's and just when you're in the queue, they just take a whole load of new sausage rolls and like bung them in the front, and then you're like, I'll have a sausage roll please, and they give you one of the hot ones, and it's like, whoa, that's seriously like that's hotter than the core of an active nuclear power plant. And you put it in the bag, and the bag's hot, and you take it home. That's what Piastri's done. He's got it in the bag. Some people will understand that analogy. Have always been a Ferrari fan. I'm not specifically a fan of Ferrari. I'm just wearing a Ferrari shirt here. Yeah, Piastri pastry. Let's change that analogy to a steak bake or whatever. The FIA could change it under a red flag. Okay, so there's a little loophole there. What if Verstappen refuses to take it at the pit stop? Liam Lawson did the move on Fernando Alonso into turn 1. Lawson on the move. Lando on hards, interesting here. Yeah, Lando could inherit positions from the hards. Here is Fernando Alfonso in the chat. Fernando Alfonso actually in the chat. Left a like in your stream. Thanks for talking. Welcome to Fernando Alfonso yourself. How are you doing that? How is that possible? Chat, can everyone say hello to Fernando Alfonso Racing in the chat? Mr. Amazing Gary says, only eaten a Greg sausage roll once, never again. Worst sausage roll I've ever eaten. Did you have the vegan one? Do you think if Piastri is leading by halfway, McLaren prioritise him over Lando? I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Keep your head down.
That my video on the Motorsport channel is basically all about that. That's what it's all about. Must have a Neuralink installed. Wow. Held Skelter so unfair from Max. Hannah McGarry's got the drawing. It's now on your Discord. Let me just have a look at this drawing of the stream. Where is it in the Discord? Is it in Say Hello? Oh, it's there! Come on. Oh, it's rotate. The rotation is incorrect. Can you see? Ah, oh, damn it. Oh, yeah. Okay, you can't see it. It's very nice. It's a very nice drawing. That's super awesome. I love that. That's amazing. That's mad. That's so good. That's genuinely really, really, really good. In an age of AI slop, that's a beacon of just human amazingness. I like that. That's awesome. Go check that in the Discord, everyone. Sergio says, who is Alonso? It's Max cooking at the moment. Well, oh my god, look at the gap now. 7 seconds to Russell. So Max wants to get the P2 at least here. So Max aimed for the P2 at least. Big sparking over the curbs. Yeah, that Discord link is not correct. It's now just the simracingdiscord.com or it's simracingdiscord.com. I just went out and got it. No worries, Hannah. Thank you for your artistic talents. It's awesome. If I had Discord open here, tell you what, after the stream we'll overlay it here. We'll see. We'll put it on top. People say Max going for P1. I don't think Max... Well, it's 2.2 up at the moment. Big pressure on the McLaren mechanics, by the way. Big pressure on the mechanics here. Which is not what Formula 1's about. It's not about mechanics, changing tyres. Yeah? It's not about that. But that's what they've turned it into here. So it was so disappointing, everyone. So when are we going to start to see the people on the mediums go onto the hard tyre? That's going to be interesting. Giant finished P3 yesterday in local karting event. Very nice. Did you get a trophy? Did you take home a little trophy there? Professor Piastri managing tyres. See, Giant Fannin finished P3 yesterday. We have an academy here. Even in our community, we've got young drivers. Maybe Jane's going to be a Formula 1 driver in the future. Jane, when you're a Formula 1 driver, can you let us live stream from the garage? We can all support you. Peter, suspension working in the sparks. Yeah, it's actually they do the slow mo to show the sparks, but actually it's just incredible to see the suspension. Russell saying my tyres are toast. So Russell's tyres have magically turned into grilled bread. Welcome, High Octane Racing. And if it's going to be one stop, I think so. So it was. Norris just threw something out of his car and let go of his wheel. That's a tear off. I don't have my helmet here, but that's a tear off on the visor. So they tear it off. So all the oil and everything goes on the tear off. and they hold it out so it doesn't go in the airbox. Because if it goes in the airbox, it can be race over. Like, it is that serious. Graham, this chat is pretty cool. Being able to scream each other, not so abuse. It's best chat, best mods in the game. Oh my god, the flexing on the front wing of the McLaren. You can see it load up. Incredible. Irish J last time went karting. I ripped off a weary wall. We want to know from Irish J, has the pizza arrived yet? That's the big question. Welcome, Peter. Norris does overtake Antonelli. So Norris up to P5 on the hards. So Verstappen is only 10 seconds ahead of Norris with the penalty. It'd be very controversial if Norris benefits here from Piastri being told to box. Piastri gonna undercut. Oh. Well, I wasn't expecting that then. Welcome, Maribel Matibag. Piastri gonna box. Piastri boxes. Piastri goes into the pits. Hang on a second here. Well, now... Yeah, but let us know what pizza you got. Now, what's going to happen here for Oscar Piastri? So Piastri comes out behind Lewis Hamilton. Now, there's a big safety car. Piastri's at a big safety car risk here. I don't know why you wouldn't just keep Piastri out. Like, what are you afraid of? Have a look at the pit stop. Came in. Not the quickest. It's a 3.4 second pit stop. So if Red Bull can pull out a 2.2, then it's only a 4-second penalty. But they have to be really careful not to get a penalty for touching the car before the 5 seconds. I mean, Mercedes just did a 2.3. So it's a slow stop for Piastri. It's a slow stop. Mysteriously slow. So was thought he would fake pit. Ah, oh, Hawaiian. I was hoping. I know you're an esteemed member, Irish J, of this channel. But the Hawaiian. Well, no comment. Chat, what do you think about the Hawaiian pizza there? What do we think? You went Domino's. You could have gone American Hot. Verstappen being told to push. Like he's being G'd up here. Giant says, McLaren giving slow pit stops to Piastri. Snowline saying, I love Hawaiian pizza. Well, there we go. Why was it a slow stop? Why was it a slow stop? It's like the car was just stood there. Duet Hawaiian the best. Yeah, I know what. Pam and Pineapple. Fafad, Hawaiian pizza abomination. Natasha, I love Hawaiian pizza. Let's do a rare poll. Engage with your audience. Hawaiian. I'm going to spell it wrong. Don't worry. Just put it in the poll, everyone. Slack like salt too much. So Verstappen 11 seconds ahead of Leclerc. So Russell's box as well then. So Russell's box and come out behind Sainz, and meanwhile Piastri's had to get past Hamilton in the twisty stuff. So Piastri on the move, getting past Hamilton. Russell needs to get past Carlos Sainz. Desi saying Oscar stalled it. Surely not. Verstappen being told everything he has. And Verstappen boxes here. Verstappen boxes. Surely there is no way he comes out ahead of Piastri. No, not with that 5-second penalty. But he's going to come out comfortably ahead of Russell. So that's the 5-second penalty taken by Max Verstappen. So Piastri was not hanging around overtaking Hamilton. So they had to wait 5 seconds. The pit stop light system working this time, I think, for Verstappen. So it was 8.3. So they did lose exactly 5 seconds in the pit stop to Oscar Piastri. Obviously, you're not going to be able to time it exactly to 5 seconds. You're going to give yourself a margin. Kaylee, temporary justice for Leclerc. Leclerc leading the GP, but needs to pit. Snowline makes homemade Hawaiian pizza. Sweet. Shame we can't have some homemade for the stream. In the future, maybe that'll be possible. Wayne Dawson been watching for a while. The Verstappen incident sounds like Michael Schumacher versus Damien Hill. It was much less. It was just like, for me, it was 2 into 1 don't go in the first corner sometimes. Oh my god, Piastri risked everything with that overtake. Piastri's overtake was absurd, and Hamilton basically didn't kill him. Hamilton could have killed Oscar Piastri there. Like, given what happened at Monza 2 years ago, that's a lot of faith. Jane can make some toast, okay. And I'm saying Lando might have a slight chance with the Yarno strategy, doing the F1 Esports strat. So Verstappen now needs to overtake Hamilton, and I doubt it's going to be as easy for Verstappen. Now, there could potentially be Alonso's box as well. Could potentially be a red flag here, or a safety car, in which case Verstappen might have a chance. But I think Verstappen's going to have to wait a whole lap to have a go in the hairpin. Well, I'll tell you what, Verstappen's going for it. Verstappen's going for it here. Surely this isn't going to work. Russell been told plan B. Oh, Hamilton cut the corner, I think, ahead of Verstappen. Dirty air. Barrier's so close. I mean, this is where the Saudi track does shine. When you just need to get past someone. You just need to make it happen. Thanks, Fernando Alfonso. Yeah, please, everyone, please smash the like button right now. Write it in your language in the chat. Right, smash the like button. Yeah, Verstappen does it into the hairpin. But we've seen Hamilton get it back on the DRS. And if that happens, I wonder if... Oh, no, Hamilton's going to box, I think. Hamilton boxes. So there we go. So Verstappen is about 4 seconds behind Piastri now. Let's see what happens on pure pace. Lando may be going onto the softs. We'll see. Banana and curry pizza. Welcome, Harjot Chowla. Yeah, come on, chat. Hit the like button. We're on 300 likes. 1,500 people watching. We should be on 1,000 likes. We should be on 1,000. Just everyone smash that like button if you like this stream. Smash it, smash it, smash it. Don't leave it to chance. Have a look down right now. If it's not illuminated, it's free. Nothing bad's going to happen. Just hit it. Hamilton goes onto hard tyres. So... Anaf saying Piastri only 4/10 faster than Lando with new tyres. Piastri 133.1, Lando 130.5. Oh my god, yeah, look at the tyre differential. And Piastri in clean air as well. Maybe Lando cooking here. Maybe Lando cooking. Harlot Challenge saying they should make a circuit in Punjab. Norris almost has a pit stop on Max. No, he doesn't. No. Malathi Karima saying, come on, Piastri, come on. Right, so Verstappen keeping on the gap between Piastri and Verstappen. But you have to say, Verstappen's last lap, a 33.4, Piastri, a 32.7. Like I say, I think we've been robbed. FIA steward, penalty served. Okay, is that penalty served now? It's not penalty served incorrectly. Hopefully it's penalty for Verstappen. Hopefully it's penalty served, not they messed it up. Yeah, we're streaming from the UK here. When Leclerc pits here, by the way, we're going to have a McLaren 1-2. is going to be McLaren 1-2. Interesting battle going on with, I think, Lawson, Bortoleto and Alfonso, actually. These circuits are very narrow compared to how wide the cars are. I do just feel sometimes if you had wider circuits a little bit, then, you know, it is a street circuit, but there'll still be an optimum line where they'll try and get close to the barriers. It's Lawson. Oh! Okay, Lawson overtakes Bortoleto going in turn 1. Basically, what happens is, as he's overtaken, Bortoleto swings back to the outside, but Fernando Alonso's there. So Bortoleto hits Alonso, and I think Alonso's got damage from that. So that's a rookie mistake, I think. So Lawson overtakes Bortoleto. Bortoleto swings out to get back behind Lawson, but Alonso's there, so he smashes into Alonso. Gonna have a look at this. So Bortoleto swings back. Oh my god. Alonso be fuming about that. Whoa, he moved under braking where that was close. Bwah. So close, check the car. I mean, I don't know if Alonso was being a bit cheeky there, like... Bortoleto almost killed Fernando Alonso. Like, literally put him in the wall. Wouldn't be a gravel trap like Australia had a few years ago. I mean, you don't like seeing those closing distances, really. Yeah, stewards 5 seconds for Alonso. I mean, there being contact. It was very close. I actually don't know whose fault that would be, actually. Well, let's end the poll. What's the poll saying? It's 48% yes, 52% no. Not sure how I feel about that. Nano saying in F2, Mini cut the chicane. Yeah, is Mini part of the Mercedes setup? Podcast saying Leclerc matching Norris time on old mediums. Yeah, but that might be the hards, just not as good as the mediums. Hussein Nasser says get shawarma. Where did the one Alonso lap time deleted? It is going to be investigated. Had a bit of a stutter there. It is going to be investigated. Welcome Marco Messina. Welcome along. With garlic sauce, but another question. What do people think of the Papa John's default sauce? Does anyone like the Papa John's default sauce? Make yourself known. Yolanda saying Alonso had literally nowhere to go at that point. Yeah, he did, yeah. I mean, but that could still be a racing incident, just through the circumstance. Can Leclerc pit and go on softs? I mean, no one started on softs. I feel like you're just going to hit more deg with the softs, surely. RS9, anything Papa John's is bad. Irish hasn't been to Papa John's. People will know. People will know what the default sauce is. If you know, you know sort of thing. Papa J. Bortoleto overtaken by Oliver Behrman, who gives it a wide berth. Now, the Papa is from America. Although apparently the Papa doesn't like Papa. He sold the chain, now he just slates Papa John's. That bears his name. It's like if I sold this YouTube channel for like £10 and someone came in and was like spamming adverts, and I'd be like, I don't think it's as good as it was. Desi saying need to go for 36 sauce to make it. Thammy says no pizza's where I'm from. Maybe what? Thammy, have you never had a pizza? Where are you from? How would my life be if I'd never had a pizza? Slimmer. PJ slaps hard. Albon, by the way, getting past Esteban Ocon. We went for that different strat. You can see Ocon on very old hard tyres here. Lance Stroll also on hard tyres. Charles Leclerc still leading on these mediums. And the gap from Piastri to Verstappen has sort of stabilised at about 4 seconds. about 4 seconds. Welcome, Jeffrey GT97, taking a break from GT7. Welcome along. Still in the channel for £10. What would you value the channel at? What's the channel value? Ah, why has it been deleted? Max message has been deleted. Max, an esteemed member, a 12-month member. I'd like to know why that was deleted. Peter, I wouldn't be surprised if Max is sandbagging in the free practice. Well, Red Bull definitely seemed to sandbag last year. Do you remember last year we did a stream sponsored by Peroni and Pizza Express? Does anyone remember that? And you could get a pizza for £10. Remember I had an exclusive discount code? Did anyone avail themselves of that? I haven't heard back from Peroni or Pizza Express, so... It was a good deal, though. It was genuinely a good deal. I think Mac was just commenting on my comment. Let us know, Mac, if that's correct. Maybe some friendly fire here. Has Hamilton pitted yet? Yes, he has. Hamilton has pitted. Yeah, it was genuinely a really good deal. Thanks, Peroni. And I got to have Peronis on stream. They were zero Peronis, weren't they? Or were they not? I can't remember. No pizzas in South Africa. In where you live in South Africa. Okay, Thami, when you have your first pizza, don't listen to anyone in this chat. As much as I respect them, don't listen to them. Do not get ham and pineapple. Just get pepperoni. Just when you have your first pizza, say, I would like a pepperoni pizza. That's it. That's it. Keep it simple. I would like a pepperoni pizza. Okay? I promise you, unless you don't eat pepperoni. Just walk in confidently and say, I'd like a pepperoni pizza, please. And the pizza dude or dudette will be like, yep, sure. And they'll make you a pepperoni pizza. You can't go wrong. Yeah, Leclerc boxing. No, Leclerc boxing of mediums and going on to hards. Okay, so you've got to use 2 different tyre compounds. 2-second stop exactly. Quick one for Ferrari. And Verstappen is now 4.5 seconds behind, coming up to 5 seconds behind Piastri. Used to my input stop. Lord Latifi agrees. They were 0. Okay. I think there was something about they had to be 0 or something. Stroll carrying Aston as usual. Well, let's see what happens when he pits off those 30-lap scrub tyres. Norris with a lap time deleted. Duke saying another boring race. This race would be a lot different if they hadn't given the penalty to Verstappen. Because you would have now Norris in the lead on the hards with Verstappen behind him and Piastri in third. How tantalising would that be? How amazing would that be? Norris first hards. As it happens now, when Norris boxes, he's going to come out, I think, behind Leclerc. We'll see. I think Norris is going to come up behind Leclerc. He'll have fresh tyres. Fernando Alfonso saying, great race from Hajar. Just call it, because Hajar's got to box. Hajar's got to box. Like, for example, Sainz just overtaken Stroll, and Stroll needs to box. Like, I wouldn't read too much into Hajar and Stroll and Hulkenberg right now, and Ocon. What will be interesting if these lads go on the soft tyre? Gamelock got a G923 from Argos. Very nice. That's a great thing. Did you literally walk there and just walk out with the box? That's the really cool thing about buying a Logitech or Thrustmaster or whatever. I was the fastest Forza driver in the country a few weekends ago for a Logitech G Challenge. Enquiries. Which is not which is not what it sounds like if you're not from the UK. Oliver Behrman trying to go around the outside of Doohan and does it. Nice, respectable move from Behrman on Doohan there. Is it better than G27? G923 has True Force. It's a bit better, but I wouldn't upgrade from a G27 to G923. It's about 270. Okay. Check my discount code. I have a discount code, Kireth, on Logitech. Just have a cheeky check. It will get you a capsicum pizza. What's a capsicum pizza? Kim says research and make your own pizza. Here we go. Here we go. This chat doesn't mess around. Kim, research and make your own pizza. Buy dough from bakery and roll out tomato herb. But do you want your first experience to be pizza to be one that you've made in the oven? Oh my goodness, Kimi Antonelli just kisses the barrier with the front right. I swear, Kimi Antonelli just every race rolls the dice. He rolls that dice. Charles Leclerc, fastest driver on track at the moment. Half a second quicker than Russell, half a second quicker than Norris, quicker than Piastri, quicker than Verstappen. Lando can't go to the hard because you have to change tyre. If there had been a red flag, maybe that would have been different, I don't know. Alex Albon also makes his way past Lance Stroll. Hannah, I cross Stroll off my bingo cards. What bingo card is that? We used to do F1 bingo. No, we used to do bingo when I used to do iRacing, like 12-hour endurance races. We used to do bingo, I think that would happen. What mount should you get? Well, we'll try it on the desk first. See how it is. I'm getting very hungry for pizza. I think I might have to get a pizza after this. Hamilton lap time deleted. So 18 laps to go. And I think we've been robbed. I honestly think we've been robbed of this one. I really do. Care to share, Hannah, how the bingo goes? It doesn't fit on your desk. I would say look at the GT Omega ones. Maybe the wheel stand or the DDX. Or a playseat challenge. Get a playseat challenge from Argos. There you go. G923 playseat challenge. Sorted. Some very interesting illuminations on the Ocon's car. I don't know if it's the graphics that are picking up something, but it looks like his tyres are illuminating. Piastri's winning, that's not correct. Lando's winning right now. The Game Slayer, who think is winning this race? Well, I think Piastri is going to win it. Piastri, Lando's plan is to keep extending. I think I'm starting to feel the dirty a little bit, so it's not ideal for me. Ooh! Ooh! Now, I don't think this is going to happen, but what if Lando pushes Piastri back into Verstappen? Jacob says Charles cooking. I think that penalty was just utterly stupid. I think it's a stupid penalty. I really do. There you go, GT Mega Sprint. I also have a discount code there, Kireth 5, gets you 5% extra off. I've got discount codes with everyone. The Motorsport Magpie coming in saying penalty was bang on. It's going to be a discussion point for sure. What if Norris doesn't pit? He'll get disqualified. Sharkin, controversial, but I used leftover pizza dough bases for banana slices and chocolate spread pudding. The kids love it. There we go. So that penalty sucked $1. Smells like a rapper. Kaylee saying, I think Lando should box. Lando does box. Kaylee, you on the pit wall? So Lando's going to come out behind Leclerc, I presume, but on faster tyres. So will Lando be able to get a P3 here? And now we've got Piastri and Verstappen with no more pit stops because the tyre strategy in F1 is really boring. There should be more pit stops. Imagine this race as like a 3 or 4 stop. Like... Formula 1, man. What are we doing? The thing is, back in the day, the car... Oh, Lando locks up coming in the pits. He's not in the white lines. Back in the day, the cars were more unreliable. So you used to have inherent volatility or excitement through the unreliability. Like Kimi Raikkonen would be dominating a race and then you just camera cuts him and like the engine's blown up. Because you don't have the unreliability now, they need to... So Lando did a full Gran Turismo. Lando must have been speeding in that pit, surely. There you go, there's GT Mega Grid. Lando must have sped in that pit. Family thinks every race should have a sprint. No, because in the sprint you're diluting it. I would say don't do a sprint and just have like 3-4 stop races. Piastri, as it stands, leading the championship and Verstappen level with Lando in P2. But when you pay attention, you'll see that Max's pace is better than Piastri's. Well, it wasn't on the last lap, bro. Jacob, bring back multiple tyre manufacturers. Yeah, you got different fuel providers. Why have the tyre as a spec part? Happy Easter, this game. Look, happy Easter, everyone. Chat, with 404 likes, come on, we can push. I really want to push to 1,000 likes. Just if you're new here and listening, just smash that like button. Just absolutely destroy it. You can say whatever you want to, honestly, about Formula 1 here. It's 36 laps out of 50. And we've been robbed. We've been robbed. Black and white flag for Bortoleto moving under braking. See, Bortoleto, they haven't slapped him with the 5 seconds. Even though what he did, they've judged him to be at fault, and because of that, he kind of stayed ahead of Alonso. You know? I think the hards could basically do a race, probably. Should bring back unlimited tests now we have budget caps. I think the parity between the cars is really good. I think the you know, it's good to have a close field, but we want to have more unpredictability. Like sometimes, you know, sometimes the best driver doesn't win, right? And over the course of the season, the best driver should win. Snowlight always smashes the like button when you first arrive. Very nice. Absolute pro strat. Is Leclerc going to catch Russell? I would say so at this stage, but keep an eye out for Lando. Landinho. Ferrari wouldn't let anyone else use Bridgestones. Yeah, that's when Ferrari just ruled the whole shop, though. But who runs Formula 1? Is it an ex-Ferrari person? Oh, okay. Where's Ross Brawn? Oh, okay. Welcome, Reinhard. Long time no see. Green from Austria. Yeah, I'm going to be using the Super Think a bit more tomorrow. I want to try and dial it in and get the performance. I was going to use it earlier this weekend, but I was doing some coding. But I do want it on the Super kind of get 90 Hertz looking really good and do some tweaking behind the scenes. I mean, part of me doesn't want to have to do that, but I think you just need to, so. Welcome, Joe Davis, as well. Soft and medium tyres only, more pit stops. Wait, Tsunoda, yeah, Tsunoda retired lap 1, bro. Like, that isn't news. He retired. That's equivalent of retiring like 3 years ago. Matt Hell on smooth operator. Well, Leclerc is ahead of Russell, so Leclerc has overtaken Russell. Is that a turn 1 thing? Let's have a look. Maybe a turn 1 thing. Yep, it's a turn 1 thing. Round the outside. Charles Leclerc gets the move done. Doesn't run deep. Great move by Leclerc on the brakes. That's a good overtake, that. DRS assisted. But a good overtake. And Leclerc up to P3. Bridgestone versus Goodyear versus Michelin Pirelli. Put a Hankook in there as well. I mean, Michelin do basically everything else. Don't Michelin do all tyres in WEC now? Wasn't it Goodyear did GT3 before? I can't remember. Yeah, it was a great overtake by Leclerc, not going deep. Really good. Oh, Piastri's going to win this one. But there'll be a cloud over it. I wonder if Verstappen finishes within 5 seconds, whether they'll appeal it. Bridgestone have some beef with F1. Really? And so was just frustrated with the Verstappen penalty. The 50% PPD. So which one? Okay. 50% PPD is lower res. Okay. Basically, I want to get to a point where I can turn off anti-aliasing. At the moment, when I turn off anti-aliasing, 10-second penalty for Lawson. When I turn off the anti-aliasing, I get dragged line, so I need to work that out. Anyway. And also, when I run Steam VR, sometimes it locks the whole PC. Because I'm running it at like 100%. Snowland says they screw Max over every opportunity, and if it doesn't fall into their laps, they manufacture one. Matt Hell agrees, not a penalty. I mean, if that happened in Club 100s... Well... The interesting question is, what if there's no runoff, right? Piastri, there's like a red flashing light on the balcony into turn 10. It's really annoying. It looks identical to a red flag. I went racing in Spain, in Mazdas. And on the exit of the last corner, there was a lady who had a phone. You know, like people have phones like with the flip case that covers the front, and it was a red flip case, and she was taking a video, and I thought it was someone holding a red flag, and so did everyone else, and there was almost a massive crash, and then we all realised it wasn't a red flag. I should make a short of that. Why have I not done a short of that? Oh my god, I've got to finish this coding and then do that. 10-second penalty for Lawson. Natalie Lavender just says by ace. I don't know what you mean by ace. Okay. So Norris is catching Russell. It's a repeat of Bahrain. I think Russell's going to make this very easily, lapping a second a lap quicker. If you're Charles Leclerc, you may be a bit worried about this. 11 laps to go. Verstappen is still within 5 seconds. It was a Mazda MX-5. It was MX-5 spec racing. Why does my voice sound so familiar? Just big on YouTube, mate. But yeah, I think... Norris instant, failing to follow, crossing the line at pit exit. Could that be a penalty for Norris? Maybe. Norris locked up coming in. It looked like he crossed the exit coming out. I mean, wasn't that a penalty before somewhere? Didn't someone cross the pit line on exit defending? Ocon being told swap positions. Oh, is Ocon pulling rank on Behrman here? Ocon hasn't pitted yet. Oh no, sorry. Ocon must have given the position to Behrman. Sorry. Ocon hasn't pitted. Bortoleto hasn't pitted. So they're going to go softs at the end. But I don't see what it's going to give him, because Ocon's going to go to the end of the back of the pack. Snow says we're a YouTube star. Well, apparently YouTube are doing something, so keep an eye. But YouTube have been in contact, which is exciting. Exactly 1,500 people watching. Welcome along, everyone. Yolanda Hewitt, is it me or is Norris a Red Bull Seb, not a Ferrari B? I don't. You lost me there. Absolutely lost me. McLaren is going to go over someone in the grandstands with a red light. But yeah, I've been there. I totally get that. I reckon that happens a lot of races though, and then they go and sort it out. Everyone's saying Norris flying. Yeah, oh my goodness, look at that. Makes light work of Russell. Yeah, Norris is going to overtake Leclerc here, no doubt about that in my mind. Is Verstappen at threat? 9 laps. Is he a second lap faster? He is about a second lap faster. So Verstappen's got to keep the pace on. Do you think Lando will still be prioritised after this race? I think McLaren will go... It depends if McLaren are happy going to sort of a neutral thing where they're like, oh, we don't prioritise either driver. But I think they... Thing is, Verstappen is going to be just behind Lando on points in the championship, I think. Name a car from Reddit. Ferrari. Hannah said, "He's such a good man. I always share a birthday with him, and what he said to Lando after Lando feeling down was so sweet. Maybe Seb return to F1? 4-time champ? Mr. Amazing Gary, nice to see you covering the Gran Turismo account showing controversy. Well, other YouTubers won't cover it because for obvious reasons. I don't need to go into it, but very obvious reasons why no other YouTuber has covered it. But I'll cover it. I'll talk about it. I think it affects people. I think people deserve to know about it. Doesn't matter about, you know. Anyway, I'd rather do that than get paid money in that context. Kaylee, Norris has just been unlucky in qualifying. Hopefully he can turn it around in Miami and win there. Well, Miami last year was when it really started to come good for Lando. So what did he do on pit exit? Ooh, he just cut the pit exit. He just cut the pit exit there. But not... So it's been noted. It's been noted. He just cut the pit exit. He just clipped it just to be a bit faster. Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't expect Steve to make a video anyway. But you can also see why Steve wouldn't make a video. You don't want to... well, I don't need to get into it. Saudi Unlimited Fund should build a massive Buckmore Park. Well, they are building their Qadiyah fake circuit. GPT, what a fantastic F1 computer game. Nice. Michael, 4 AM in Piastri. Welcome back, Michael. Good to see you again. Very committed. Same timing as Bahrain, isn't it? Bortoletto swapped the position with Hülkenberg. So Bortoletto and Ocon. Lance Stroll went on the mediums, by the way. Welcome, Bournemouth. Verstappen will still grab this. No chance. No chance, mate. Yeah, but no offence to Matt Fittle and Westview, because I don't know who they are, but it's when you have connections with influential people, let's say. So what's in Piastri wheel falling off? Max gaining again. Well, not on the last lap, when Verstappen was 3/10 slower, but the gap is 4 seconds. So Verstappen would be ahead if it wasn't for the penalty, probably. We'll see if Lando gets a penalty, which he would take at the end. No further investigation. So this race, McLaren benefited from a penalty given to Verstappen that was marginal, and Lando Norris has cut the pit exit, or he's cut the pit lines. It's been investigated, no further incident. I'm not saying anything. but biased. Oh, I said it. I said it. I was meant to not say anything there. Fans will be crying McLaren bias. You love to hate on the McLarens. It's not true. I've been to McLaren this year. I've made a lot of content with McLaren. Been bigging up Piastri. Mark says, oh no, it can't be biased, no way. Never had rear brake bias. Yeah, I was talking about brake bias. Rebel says, chat, when gonna Lewis come back? Welcome Lavish, Lawn Care, Shadow, Mark Moko, Sony, Miss Couscous. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Let's try and get to 112,000 subscribers. That'd be epic. Snowline says, well, this is what happens when savages are allowed to run the circus. Oh my goodness. So it is 3.8 seconds now, so the gap has come down a little bit between Verstappen and Piastri. And they are in traffic. They are in traffic now. So you've got Stroll will be traffic. Bortoleto might box. Oh, Bortoleto, they changed early. These are the drivers that went really early. I said, oh, I hope it's not a one-stop for them. And it turned out it is a one-stop for them. Jacob, McLaren fanboy, since Chartered still remember this battle between Mika and Shumi. I mean, I think they should have both been no investigation, no further action necessary. I think they both should have been that. Has that been updated in G7, Jeffrey? Didn't know that. Peter, Max is so good. He knows exactly how to play the system and has the car control to do it. So Lando's charge against Leclerc is going to happen. Lando is going to overtake Charles Leclerc here. And now he's not going to get a penalty. Welcome, Kimberleyan. McLaren FIA, aka Mafia. Is that what people are saying? Is that the word on the street? I mean, that said, they did slam Lawson with the 10-second. F1 are trying to make it sound like Piastri's in danger here. Like, oh, traffic needs to get out of the way. That's just it. That's just how life is. So it is 3 seconds now, the gap. But remember, Verstappen's going to need to get past this traffic as well. Yeah, feel free to put your driver of the day in chat. Let us know. Oh, yeah, let us know who your driver of the day is. Do let us know. Hard Rock Challenge saying Norris. So you see Verstappen's had to deal with traffic as well. In fact, Verstappen hasn't got past any traffic yet, and the gap is gone up to 3.1. So Piastri's navigated both of those, Stroll and Bortoleto. Verstappen's got to get past them, and Stroll and Bortoleto are sort of like fighting a little bit. Hannah Norris on driver of the day as having not the best weekend. Snowland Max almost my driver of the day. Kylie Charles in the right car will be dominating. Michael says Charles. Kinky says Charles. Sharkin says Charles. Okay, maybe it's going to be Charles if he can hold on. If he can hold on and get on the podium. Duet saying this might get extremely close in the last lap between Verstappen and Piastri. I don't see it. It's not. It just isn't. There's only 4 laps to go. So it was. So someone at the FIA needs to take a long, hard look in the mirror after this race. Dukes, it's horrible seeing him struggle. We need that Lewis magic back. Keanu saying Leclerc driver of the day. Yeah, safety car now wouldn't change much because it'd probably be all the way to the end unless you've got Michael Massey-Mass. What was Lance Stroll up to? Lance Stroll overtook Bortoleto when Bortoleto was letting Piastri through. Bit of a cheeky one. Bit of a cheeky one there from Stroll. Verstappen, by the way, is still not past Lance Stroll. Max knew exactly what he was doing. Yeah, maybe they've called Max's bluff there. Maybe Max is trying to pull the wool over his eyes. But I'm gonna be really honest, like, I think a lot of the season is gonna go like this. I think a lot of the season is going to go like this. As teams really turn to 26, and I said Japan would be a highlight for Verstappen. I thought it would be the end of them. That'd be the highlight of the season, and he gets the pole here. But you know, pole is always going to be a bit closer. I think we'll have some good races between. Russell's tyres are opening up, apparently. I mean, look how far Russell's dropped behind Norris there. Russell must be doing terrible pace. 130, yeah, almost in the 134s. Tell you what, Russell might be in trouble here. Only 2 laps to go, but Russell, those tyres you might really need to nurse them. Yeah, people talking about the Barcelona flexi ban. I mean, why not just do it now? I mean, Leclerc still ahead of Lando. Lando 1.5 off, 2 laps to go. Will he get in the DRS? Finally, Verstappen gets past Lance Stroll. I think Piastri's just been able to manage that. Russell's last lap time was a 33.9. But he's on the same... No, he hasn't. His first sector... Let's have a look what Kimi's first sector is. I mean, they'll just tell them to hold fire anyway. Pom Clementif is thrown out. I have no idea who Pom Clementif is. I'm just so out of touch with culture. Like... Dogs, I'm a big Hamilton fan. I think he's got it no more. Welcome Jodie, Nancy as well. I think Piastri's just been maintaining that gap as we go on to the final lap here. 2.6 seconds. Just keep an eye on Russell's sector times. Yeah, it's slow, but I think Russell's also managing it. There's literally no point. All Russell's got to worry about is the gap to Hamilton, because Mercedes will just tell Anthony to back off. So Norris fast lap at the moment, but won't cut. Ah, you do a pit stop. Yeah, Max could have won this. That's the thing. I think if Max had driven a perfect race, he knows he would have won. He's already sworn on the radio. I wonder if he'll give it just the honest truth in the post-race, or for example in the cool-down room. So, but I have to say, yeah, Yolanda reporting Russell band opening up. I have to say, as Piastri is going to go around the last corner and win this, I do think this is... I mean, sometimes you're going to have... But the thing is, Formula 1 have put itself in this position by accepting to go to tracks like Saudi Arabia, to having one tyre manufacturer like Pirelli, and having these regulations. They have created the conditions for this race. So it's not like a one-off. It's like, this is the direction Formula 1 is going. And even if Verstappen had stayed ahead, it might still have been a boring race. No worries, Matt Hale. So Piastri does win. Congratulations to Piastri. And Verstappen is in P2. Then Charles Leclerc does hold off Lando Norris. Great drive by Charles. I mean, Lewis Hamilton looking dangerously washed here. Lewis Hamilton is 30 seconds off Leclerc. Questions are going to need to be asked. You know, is Lewis Hamilton the right driver in that car? You know, we said, if you're watching the F1 show we were doing last year, we were saying this might not work out for Hamilton. We want honest racing. Welcome, thanks Sharkin, thanks everyone. I'm going to see what the reactions are like. There's also going to be a premiere after this. So McLaren are happy. It's McLaren's time, obviously. And Piastri goes level on race wins with Lando Norris. They're now on 5 race wins each. So Oscar Piastri has as many race wins as Lando. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Well. Just need to check something.
Keep trying.
You take him out, who's going to watch F1? What, Lewis Hamilton? I think that Lewis Hamilton... I think this has been a really bad race for Lewis Hamilton and a really bad weekend. There's no like nice answer there. Yeah, Max would have won. I don't know if Max should be driver of the day. I don't know if Max should be driver of the day here, honestly. Rowan says there were upgrades in the Red Bull this weekend, more to come. And also, I mean, okay, let's go through the standings here. So, Piastri can't do anything more. Like, all credit to Piastri, very well done. Didn't crack under pressure. Really smooth drive. Did everything he needed to do. Reaped the rewards. Great job, Oscar. Verstappen in P2, when, you know, we don't know how quick the Red Bull was here because Snowden binned it. Or binned it into Gasly. Lots of fireworks going off. It's super dangerous. Oh my god. It's like a war zone in Saudi Arabia. Verstappen, incredible drive, I think, from Verstappen. Would have won this if not for the penalty, it seems. Charles Leclerc, incredible drive in the Ferrari. Like, he's there. He's finished 8 seconds off the lead. Like, only 8 seconds. Yeah, like, all credit to Charles Leclerc there, very impressive. Lando, you know, he's finished P4. He should have finished P3 at least. So that's from his bottling it in quali. More absolute pyros going off. Mohammed Ben Sulayem. Big slap on the back for the McLaren driver, Oscar Piastri. So Ben Sulayem is in town, and we know that a few years ago, apparently there was alleged interference with a Fernando Alonso penalty that led to some people saying, I can't work in this environment. I think Ben Sulayem congratulates that brand as well. Podcast saying Ferrari performed better on actual race circuits as opposed to street circuits. Then Russell Antonelli. Bit disappointing for Mercedes. I mean, look at that, 27 and 34 seconds off. I mean, that's really bad. Then Hamilton, 40 seconds off for Hamilton. 40 seconds off. I mean, oh. Charles Leclerc looks happy. He's a cool dude, Charles Leclerc, isn't he? He's a very cool dude. I think if he wins the championship, everyone will be super happy. Then you got Sainz and Albon. Great result for the Williams. Double points. Carlos Sainz finishing just 2 seconds ahead of Alex Albon. That's what we want to see between them. Verstappen congratulates Piastri. There's a handshake. So I guess there's no cooldown room. They're doing it on the grid. Is that correct? Isaac Hadger, great result in the RB, P10. Again, just off the Williams there. So Hadjar beating Lawson. I mean, really not a good result for Lawson here, getting beat by Hadjar. Have I said the Wallman Mad Cave? Yeah. Haven't been over yet, but... There was a bit of mood within RB because of the 5-second penalty. Yeah, if I were Red Bull, I mean, Christian Horner... We don't hear a lot from Christian these days. They keep him out of the limelight, don't they? Maybe because he's not a PR positive for Red Bull. It's a bit like that. Apparently some of the allegations last year are resurfacing in different ways. What's the main problem for Hamilton right now? Some people say he just hasn't got the instincts. Speaking of older drivers, Fernando Alonso in P11. I don't know what that Stroll strategy was about, to be honest. Leclerc looks happy. He knows he's had a good result. Charles Leclerc knows he's beating comfortably. This is what I said last year. Like, I'm going to re-upload some of these shorts. I'm going to republish them. I said Lewis Hamilton's legacy is at doubt here. And people are like, oh, his legacy's not at doubt. The thing is, right, Charles Leclerc is comfortably beating Lewis Hamilton. So has Charles Leclerc just always been a faster driver than Lewis Hamilton? So really, was it just the car for Hamilton? Do you know what I mean? Like, Charles Leclerc is beating Hamilton with his eyes closed. So then you look at Hamilton's 6 championships with Mercedes and you go, maybe it actually really was the car, wasn't it? You look back at it a little bit differently. What gets me is he won a sprint race and done nothing. Yeah, just absolutely dipped. Sidex, Hamilton, Alonso should lead F1. They were too old. Irish J would like to see Hamilton come back. Did he finish the pizza? Welcome Mina, JMK, Ron E, Tommy Wiseman as well. Weisemeister. Yeah, Liam Lawson in P12. Not great. Not great for Lawson. Then Behrman and Ocon in the Hasses. Hulkenberg, Stroll, Doohan, Bortoletto. Unfortunate to Tsunoda and Gasly. It's a real shame, actually. I think we were robbed. I think to see... I mean, Doohan's finished in 17th. But I think Doohan and Gasly... so if Tsunoda and Gasly were there, I think they could have beaten Hamilton. See, Hamilton could have been even further down. Liam says Leclerc definitely #1 driver at Ferrari. Do we need to see an ugly side of Hamilton? Do we need to see Hamilton take this by the scruff of the neck? Harry Hamilton blamed Mercedes last season. It was just a bad weren't blaming his tools. Piece destroyed. Well, I haven't eaten yet, so I'm going to treat myself, and then I'm going to finish this coding. And I'm going to... Yeah. We've got a premiere coming, by the way, with Zane Maloney. So I'm going to see what happens at the... on the podium. And then we'll go into the premiere with Zane Maloney. Peter, incredibly adult vibe, this guy. Thanks a lot. I like to think of myself as very responsible. I like Shah now that Sainz with Williams makes it easier to choose both of them. Let me listen to Verstappen and see what he says. He's keeping it short. Oh, Max Verstappen didn't say anything. He said, he didn't answer the question. David Coulthard asked him, well, how did you see the incident? And Verstappen said, I'm going to keep it short. I'll see you in Miami. So, yeah, Verstappen really not happy about that then. Really not happy about it. I think Verstappen, no, if, you know, racing drivers been in this position where something out of your control happens that's just unfair. The stewards think they've seen something, but you know it wasn't like that. And maybe Verstappen wouldn't be so angry if he had been a little bit cheeky. Maybe. Do you agree, chat? Do you agree? Right, so they're always swapping Max. Yeah. I mean, what if this is important for the championship? Mawad, Red Bull arrogance not giving the place back. But if they give the place back, it's race over anyway. I mean, arguably, Red Bull haven't lost anything here by not giving the place back. So I disagree with that. If Red Bull give the place back, they know they're never going to win it. If they keep it, they put it in the FIA's hands, basically. Pete says if Max to return the position, I disagree. How would he be in a better position if he gave it back? I do think Piastri was much quicker than Max in this race. I think Piastri was just managing it. So, interesting difference of opinion there. Which is fine. Sal Kaiser saying, it's F1, that is correct. Dark saying Piastri's no emotion. Piastri's a bit of a, he's a bit of a Terminator. Very different to Lando. Board says you are tripping. Max was faster. I'm not sure. I think, well, I don't. I think whoever was in the lead of the race was going to win. Basically, that's my thinking. Whoever's in the lead was going to win. Right, chat, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to be in Monaco in 2 weeks from Miami. We may be doing something from Miami. There's been some people who have got in contact, so we need to work it all out. What we're going to do now is, I'm going to take you to a premiere of, well, me interviewing arguably the hottest prospect in world racing. So Red Bull F1 test driver previously, and for Sauber last season, and was leading the F2 championship, and is now a Lola Yamaha apt Formula E driver. So if that sounds interesting, click this link here. Please, please, please. I would love to do more of these. So please do click this link. I've pinned it. I'll put it in again. It's going to start in like 30 seconds. Please go there, drop a like, drop a comment. Enjoy the interview. I ask Zay Maloney about a lot of questions, and I would love to do more of these. So I'm going to end this stream now, and it's going to go straight there. It's going to go straight there. So thanks so much, everyone. I will see you in the premiere.